Hello and welcome to another episode of Bhavya's Unsolicited Opinion. So, for today's episode, I decided to talk about the meme and troll culture that I feel has become like a pandemic of itself and has been affecting the mental health of many teenagers and young adults across the nation. Personally, I do not enjoy memes a lot. And it's not that I don't have a sense of humor or that I do not appreciate when someone can come up with something witty and funny and, endearing. It's just that the concept of meme has gone on to become something so cruel and mean that I just have stopped enjoying them. And I wanted to talk about that today. And not just that, but general internet trolling and all the things that are going wrong on the internet these days. Disclaimer: this episode has been recorded over a phone call. There may be recording issues, pitch issues, or minor errors like echo. We are sorry for the inconvenience. So, for today's episode, I have a very, very special guest with us. We have on show GIA GUPTA. GIA is the youngest guest we've had on the show so far at only 17 years of age. She is an Instagram celebrity with 38, I think 40,000 followers now, and a YouTube star with more than 50,000 subscribers. Her long list of talents includes exceptional art and craft work, and she has a shop of her own. She dances to the beats of any and every song and tackles school life amidst it all. So she is an inspiration for us all. She's the very definition of multi talented, and we are so glad to have her on the show. Welcome to the show, Gia.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's great to have you. So you shot to fame very quickly and at a very young age, and you have a lot of supporters and you have a lot of love coming your way. But I've also seen so many trolls, so many people talking dirty, so many people abusing you in the comment section of your YouTube videos. Sometimes calling you names which shouldn't be used. So, what was, if I may ask this, what was the first troll you remember being upset at?
I think the first role I was actually like really upset at it
Hmm.
was you are a very spoiled rich girl and you don't know anything else but to show off. So I think when people don't see your talent, they don't see your hard work, they don't see anything. They just see that one thing and they just pick it up. And a lot of people started saying that one thing, and
Exactly.
it felt really bad because I actually never show off. I never come out as a rich spoiled kid, and it
Mm-hmm.
felt really bad. But then it's social media, so I got used to it. But that was the first thing that actually started bothering me.
Okay. So, have you ever actively tried to, block people who say such things, or have you ever talked to someone who has been leaving a lot of hate comments? Have you ever actively done anything about this?
Yeah, I think I have actually a lot of time. So I started blocking people initially when Instagram was still at around 10,000.
Yeah.
There were less haters, so I
Mm-hmm.
used to block a lot of people who used to write shit. And after that, I think there were these 2 3 people who texted me on DM. So I replied to them. I talked to them for some time, but I
Mm-hmm.
realized that there is no way that you can put sense to these people's head because they just want to say the only thing they want is to talk shit.
Mm-hmm.
So and but I did try to sort it out with the people I know personally. So there was this friend of mine who actually wrote shit on my post,
Oh,
and I
okay.
don't know what reason. So I went out to him and I talked to him and we sorted it out. So if
Okay.
someone I know personally says something, then I feel like it's very important to sort it out because it's a misunderstanding 99% of the times.
Mm-hmm.
But as now, if there's anyone random, I do not talk to them because I feel like they just want to talk. Like they won't change with me telling them not to say something or anything. They have their own opinion about me, which is not going to change. So I
Right.
put less time talking to those people who write shit, and I put more time talking to those people who have their love out there for me and who support me.
Yes, yes. I think it can, drastically affect your mental health if you're constantly
Yeah.
badgered with all the negative comments and all the negativity coming
It's
your
I don't
way.
think it's physically possible to like be on social media if you still care about those opinions. Like the people won't be able to live on
Mm-hmm.
social media at all.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. I mean, we recently saw a very prominent celebrity commit suicide, and
Yeah.
I won't comment on why he did that or how he did that, but I think he was trolled maybe in real life. People were mean to him in real life, and the public, the general public, realized that, and then there was a lot of uproar and anger about it. And then the same people who were angry about what had happened to him went on to troll and to abuse, to
Told other
slut
celebrities.
shame. Yes, and it was so
Yeah.
bad. It was so pathetic.
I actually posted my opinion about the same on my Instagram, saying
Yeah,
when he was alive, nobody gave a damn about him or what he's doing or
yeah.
what he's trolled for.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was there, saying कि सुशांत सिंह को acting नहीं आती, इसको ये नहीं
Right.
आता. Everybody was there saying everything. As soon
Mm-hmm.
as he dies, everybody changes and everybody wants to like follow the crowd and say shit about other celebrities. And
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel that if you didn't troll Sushant, that doesn't mean you have to troll the others for him dying.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people don't understand. I think people just go and follow the crowd. When someone's getting trolled, they troll. When someone's giving their love, they give the love.
Yes, that is very true. So I'll take the example of another influencer, Instagram influencer, who she's a content creator of sorts. She creates comedy sketches, and I recently saw that she had received a lot of rape threats, death threats. She was slut shamed, and why all of that happened was that she had posted this particular video where she was kind of doing a parody of all the TikTokers after the TikTok ban. So she was kind of pretending to be a TikToker and making a like slight fun of the entire situation. And she had already
Hmm.
put a disclaimer about it. And then a
Hmm.
lot of meme pages and especially meme pages, they went on to extract that video from Instagram, and then they put it out of context and used it on their own meme pages. And they said something of the sort that she's an anti-national and she is supporting China because she's against the TikTok ban. And she received so much hate, trolling, comments, and of the worst kind. So
Yeah.
so my question to you is that, has your work, your videos, your photos, anything that you do that is available online, ever been misused, misrepresented, or put out of context and used by meme pages for the wrong sort of things without asking for permission from you?
I think personally that the reposting has not happened with me
Okay.
in the wrong way. Like people have posted my videos in the good way. Like they've posted a
Right.
very funny video of me on their meme page, but that's not like the bad way.
Mm-hmm.
So personally, that's not happened to me, but it happened to a very close friend of mine when the
Okay.
boys' locker room case happened.
Right.
And I think the only reason why my pictures weren't posted there or my videos weren't posted there is because a lot of times I post pictures with, I don't post pictures like, I don't think
Okay.
people, guys like me. If you see on Instagram, there's a page called Insights where you get who sees your pictures.
Right.
So I don't know why, but my most of my followers are girls. Yeah, so maybe because they see me as a girl who they wanna like be like, or maybe they wanna do
Mm-hmm.
something like I'm doing, but
Yeah.
they're less of guys. So I think that is the reason why I haven't been reposted. I don't
Hmm.
think any influencer or any person on social media with a fan following can get away with this thing because people, uh, especially in Corona, I think everyone's so bored that they just want to pick up anything and make a issue out of it, like make an issue out of it.
Yeah, that is
So,
true.
like
Yeah.
just like you said, for the TikTok video, when I
Hmm.
was making TikToks after the coronavirus, and I made a video on YouTube about a Sheen haul, and I
Right.
got trolled so much for making that, and people were like, you're not an Indian, you shouldn't be called an Indian, you are
Right.
creating your own company, you're a traitor." And I really like, I don't think it bothered me because now I've grown into a person who does not take comments on social media in that way.
Hmm.
But if any other person would have, they would have felt bad because you make a haul, you make a shopping haul, you don't own Sheen, you're not running Sheen, and you make a haul, and there are 150 comments about you should not be called an Indian. So I
Right.
think people really need to understand that trolling may be fun, may be very light for them, but
Hmm.
it can actually make someone's day like really bad, really sad, and I don't think anybody wants that.
Yes, actually, I did notice that. In fact, I've noticed that so many times where you will do something just because you want other people to be happy when they see what you're doing, and then there is this barrage of negative comments, and they're all pretending to be nationalists and people who like who are standing up for India, and they don't even know how to talk to a girl, which is so sad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've seen a lot of that. My next question to you: what is your defense or coping mechanism when, like, in the midst of all this hate and um, negativity?
So for a very long time, I did not know how to handle this. Like I used to be upset for a time, then I used to be fine, but it was not the right way to handle it because you can't always be upset at every comment you get on social media. And
Right.
I was on three social platforms: TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So
Hmm.
if I combine all the comments in one day, I think I'll be sad the entire day. So
Right.
there was a time I told myself I was crying that day because of this really bad comment. I was also slut shamed on one of my pictures, and I felt really bad. And I was like, why would anyone even say that in the first place? Like, what is there in that picture? So
Mm-hmm.
I was doubting myself that I should not be on social media and maybe I should not post anymore because people are looking at it the wrong way. I have promoted my social media where I promote self love. Like, if you've seen my videos
Yeah.
in IGTVs, I talk about not being perfect and why do you need to care about what people say. So, actually, the reason why I started my Instagram as a to grow was because I wanted people to know that self love is not just an issue, it's a very important thing in teenage because people don't realize how important it is to love yourself.
Hmm.
When I was sad, I actually watched one of my own videos, and I told myself that why are you sad? You have like fan pages, you have people coming and telling you that they want to be like you, and you're
Hmm.
looking at those comments where people are slut shaming you. So if my post is making someone happy and if my post is inspiring someone, why will I look at the other ones? So that day I started looking at the glass half full and I just genuinely started ignoring the negative comments. I don't block people because it's not possible to block so many people. But
Right.
I completely ignore them. It's like they're not visible to me. And I look at those positive ones like 3 to 4 times a day and I smile and I'm like, I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to continue to grow on social media because at least I'm making someone smile or at least I'm making someone feel that it's important to love yourself.
Yes. And we forget that the people we see on a screen have lives of their own, parents and
Exactly.
relatives who might be as affected by all the negativity as they are. So, like, how do your parents react to the comments in your comment section? Do they know about this slut shaming? How did they react to that?
Yeah, so there was this one. So I had my dad is not on social media, so he doesn't know a lot about social media. But my
Okay.
mom is in social media, and I had a blog from my Instagram account for a very long time because I used to post with my
Right.
friends and I used to post about parties. So I recently, like I think this year, I unblocked her because my account was growing. So I don't usually post a lot of my personal stuff anymore. So I
Mm-hmm.
unblocked her. I was like, my account is very basic now. So there was this one time she saw a slut shame comment and she came to me and she said, "Why has anyone written that? And why would anyone write that?" And I told her, "Mom, they don't need to see anything to write that. They will
Yeah.
still write it and they will keep writing it even if I wear a suit or a sari or a burqa. And even if every part of my skin is covered, they'll still write it."
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I explained it to her also because even my mom was getting trolled on one of her videos she posted on her TikTok, right? So I it took a very long time because our parents are from a different generation. They
Yes,
don't know what
exactly.
social media is. So
Yeah.
it took a very long time to tell them that social media is not always bad. Like it has a good side if you can make a change, if you can bring about a change. And it took a long time, and then it took another long time to make them understand that trolling is going to happen my entire life, no matter where I go, no matter what I do. So I'm just going to ignore it and go ahead with it. And now even my mom has started ignoring it. So I'm really happy with the fact that she's okay with it.
Yes. But it is so sad that we have to become okay with it to continue doing something that we love to do.
Yeah.
Um, and that we are a generation of people who think name calling and being mean is the new cool. So
Yeah.
I'll ask you another question. It is not in the same thread. but it is something that I've been noticing and that I have found very problematic, and that I wanted to talk about in this episode, because we're talking about trolling
Yeah.
and meanness and meme culture. So lately there has been a lot of teacher targeting, where where teachers who are trying to convert to online classes are being incessantly troubled, trolled, with students start making videos of them trying to distract the class or make fun of the teacher or start abusing in the middle of the class. And because our teachers are from a generation before us or two generations before us, they're not very handy with the technology, with internet, and so it takes them a lot of time to figure out what is happening, how to deal with it. And it can be such a hit to the confidence, and it is extremely disrespectful to see this happen. And then they don't just stop it, doing this in classrooms. They do this, they take a video, they take photos, and then they send them to meme pages or their friends, and then it becomes the talk of the town. And recently I saw this particular meme where, I'm very ashamed to say, one of our teachers had been called a whore. And
Yeah.
it shook me how any kid our age or younger to us could ever do this, could use such a term for someone that for ages we have considered similar to our parents. So what do you think about it?
Yeah. I don't know if you know like about that particular Amity University case where the teacher said a lot of things, and I think that was the most brutal, and it was really bad. Like I saw it and I was in shock for like I was I did not like talk to anybody for that one day, and I was thinking how narrow-minded and how low people can scoop down just to make fun or just to have fun in the class, just for entertainment. I mean,
Yeah.
people can go down to that extent where they can actually make someone feel so bad, and someone that age. I mean, people troll me, they're of the same age. But me trolling my teacher, it's like 30 years of difference in between, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe 40. And they troll that person not realizing what age they are, and maybe they're not that feasible with coping with all this trolling. I don't think they are as okay as I am, because I'm another generation. I've been learning about all this, and I've gotten the time to love myself. But that generation, like if I see my mother, I don't think she loves herself as much as she should have. So if she was
Yeah.
in my generation, she would love herself more, because these things are getting importance day by day. And I think teachers, they're of the age when nobody told them, that you will get hate, and you can cope up with it like that, and you can handle it like that. I think they don't know how to handle it. And I know for a fact that the teacher must have like felt really bad. I don't know, she must have cried or something, but she can't even express it in front of the children, in front of the other people. And
Yeah.
even I saw a post about this old teacher
Yeah.
trying to teach on a Zoom call, and people were making fun of him. And I
Mm-hmm.
felt so bad.
Yes, I don't know why people don't consider this, but the teachers teaching us are also someone's parent. And if you won't want
Exactly.
anyone talking to your parent like this, you shouldn't talk to someone else's like that. Actually, I read somewhere that most people who troll online or who spew hate are actually projecting self hate. So,
Yeah.
any kind of negativity that comes off of a person is actually negativity that they have inculcated over years, and that they have maybe it's a form of self hate and
Yeah, it's
self
like I think if
rejection.
I don't like myself, and if I'll be like, I hate this, I hate that, then obviously I'll hate everything on social media.
Exactly. Yeah. Very well said, Jia.
Thank
Before
you.
you go, I'll ask you to give us two, three tips to your fans and followers, all the little girls, young girls who follow you and who will be listening to this podcast. Any 2 to 3 tips about how to stay happy, keep a healthy mindset, and yeah. I mean, I know
I
you
think
journal a lot, so I think that could be one.
Yeah, so I think the three, four things that I have incorporated, which have made me a better person, because I personally feel like I've evolved, not changed. So the first thing was definitely self love, because to say it's just like two words, but I think if a person loves themselves, then their life completely changes. I think my life completely changed because of self love. Like, I became a completely different person, and I have living proofs of that. So, I think if you love yourself, your life can change way more than you think it can. And another thing was organizing yourself, your time, your schedules. Because if you want to do something, for example, when I started on social media, I was not growing for a very long time because I did not know how to use my time. So I only posted and I studied. I only posted and I studied. Whereas now I run my business. I post on social media. I post on YouTube. I dance. I have my art class every day. So I think I managed my time so that I could do more things, which made me look like an inspiration to those girls. So if you and also I think a diary is very important for teenage because I keep noting down my feelings in the diary, and it makes me feel like even if I don't have anyone to talk to at that particular moment, I still never should have my feelings inside my body or inside my heart because they just make you really upset. And if you're upset, you can't do anything good in your day or in your life. One other thing was, I think, do not care. Like, don't care about what people are saying because your happiness is only in your hands. Don't let anyone come and ruin your happiness because you should be happy because of who you are, not because of who they say you are.
Mm-hmm. That is such a great thought. If only all of us could think like that.
I
Yes.
think everyone can if they like put one like minute to think about it. I think everyone can.
Honestly, people don't think at all these days. It's
Yeah,
just, it's
because I'm
just,
telling you,
yeah,
it's like it's like people find it unimportant to think about self love or themselves. I think it's very important to know yourself. हम लोग we're all so busy in making others happy. Like, children are busy in making their parents happy. Couples are making busy in making each other happy. Friends are making busy in making them happy. I mean, if we all make ourselves happy, I think everyone will be happy eventually. We won't have to put an effort to make anyone happy.
yes, that is. In fact, I think this is one of the few reasons why many relationships these days don't work, because you
Yeah.
struggle to find love and happiness and acceptance in, like, through someone
Yeah.
else, instead of just accepting yourself first and then spreading the love you have for yourself to another person.
Yeah.
It's always the
Yeah.
other way around, where you're asking the other
Yeah.
person for love instead of trying to give it to them.
I think if two people love themselves and if they come together, what's more beautiful than that? Two people loving
Exactly.
themselves will definitely love the other person even more than the other person can imagine.
Exactly. Yes, very well said. This was the loveliest thing. Thank you for joining us, Gia.
So,
It was so great
thank
to
you so
have
much.
you.
Thank you.
And that was Gia Gupta, who gave us a very, very positive outlook on a very negative area of social media and what it is to be an influencer in 2020. And I think I'd like to end soon. I don't want to stretch out this episode, but I just want to mention something before I end the episode. Um, so, meme pages have the power to make and break people. And I know that sounds like a very heavy thing to say for something as stupid as a meme, but I think it's very true because um, when on the internet, we are consuming content like never before, and some of this content is videos, is shows, is tracks on Spotify, podcasts like this, and then there are memes, and they are contributing to a part of our brain as much as all the other content that we are consuming is. So these memes, they have a lot of impact on us. Meme pages and anybody who invests in making memes uh, should be very mindful of how it is done, of why it is done, of who is being used in that meme, especially for people who are making memes out of teachers and situations in school. Please be mindful and thoughtful of whatever you are doing. I am not, like I said, I'm not against the idea of memes. I think it's a very good way to consume content, but again, with every kind of content there should always be mindfulness and thoughtfulness involved. You cannot uh,
do anything just because you think it's funny and not think of the consequences of doing something like that. So yeah, I think that those are my final thoughts on this. We've already discussed trolling in length with Gia, so I won't go back and repeat all of that. She's put it very well, and she has said everything that had to be said. And this was my 2 cents on the meme culture, and like all the things that are kind of going wrong with it. I think if you are a memer and you're listening to this, I just request you to be very mindful of what you're doing and who you're using for your memes. And yeah, that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it. I hope you guys got positivity from this one, because this was the intention of the episode, to talk about all the negative things and then put them aside, and then to give you positivity and to tell you what the right way to do things was or is. Um, and yeah, that's it for today. We have many more exciting topics and episodes planned for you guys. So please stay tuned. Please keep listening. Please subscribe, like, share. Follow me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, GeoSavan. Follow me on Instagram at uncensored_Bhavya. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.